Svein, you're a PhD, you built a WebRTC company, a telehealth company, now you're here at Daily. You've got a lot of experience with this use case and with video. Can you share some tips for optimizing telehealth calls?
Sure. There's a number of things that can go wrong for the patient, resulting in no-shows. So it's important for a telehealth provider to focus on the patient. So because the providers are repeat users and they will usually figure it out after a couple of times. But patients are first-time users, so focus on the patient experience. The most important one is that the camera or microphone isn't working. So any telehealth service needs to have a pre-call test that helps the patient determine if the camera and microphone works before the call. You can't rely on the patient figuring out when they have met the doctor. They will be completely stressed out and won't be able to fix it. So there needs to be a system that helps the patient getting camera and the microphone working. Then to avoid connection failures, the service needs to be set up with appropriate tools to allow connection to be made in all kinds of networking situations. Typically, when someone is behind a firewall, for example, you need a specific server to allow calls to be routed through that firewall. This is commonly called turn over TCP and turn over TLS. These are things that are necessary to have. Also, to alleviate the situation when people have bad networks, which is a common situation, it's advisable to employ what's called simulcast to optimize for different bandwidth situations. Simulcast is sending multiple different quality layers so that the receiver can adapt which one to receive based on how much bandwidth they have available. And finally, simulcast can also be optimized for low CPU situations. For example, if your target audience have many users who have really poor devices, such as a very low-spec mobile phones, for example, it's advisable to configure simulcast to work properly in also with a low CPU situation. The drop-off rate, if you don't do all of this, can be as high as 15 to 20%. So you will get 15 to 20% no-show rate in your telehealth service. That's quite significant. So it's highly advisable to employ these measures to avoid it. By the way, if you use Daily, we will do all of these for you.